And thank you for being with us for this Wednesday edition of WFAA News at 4 o'clock. I'm Jason Wheeler. As you can see, the radar is active right now, in some places anyway, looking a little bit quiet at this point. But we are getting ready for an eye on our local airports because there have been a lot of cancellations and delays there. Yep. So this all comes down to, just how cold does it get, and, does it coincide with that precipitation falling?
Exactly. For the way things are going right now, you got to wait till temperatures drop to freeze.
That deadly crash last February in Fort Worth that killed 6 people. On top of that, crews all over North Texas have been out treating the roads and podcast. If you do, you'll know we've been talking about this for a year now, and how this could be a real vulnerability for the governor going into this midterm election this year if we see the lights trip off like we did last year.
Politically speaking, he could have some issues here with this if the lights go out. But that's the big question, if the lights go out. We all know what's coming. ERCOT knows what's coming. And everyone I've talked to in the last...
Some of the youngest Americans could soon get protected against COVID, with Pfizer now requesting emergency use authorization for kids 6 months to 5 years.
And winter weather has moved into parts of North Texas and will continue making its way, especially into DFW later this evening and into tonight. The timing, the sleet, the snow, the ice amounts, all coming up.
Back in with Kyle for the latest on this winter storm that's going to be coming in here in North Texas in the hours ahead. We've also got some tips on how to protect your home from the frigid cold. Stay warm out there, stay safe, and we'll see you back here at this hour tomorrow. You can.
Yeah, that blast of Arctic air has arrived, and millions of people are about to be impacted by this winter storm.
Yeah, the good news, we've seen storms like this before. Last year's deep freeze was an anomaly.
Yeah, freezing rain, sleet, snow, it's all in the forecast. TxDOT has shut down the express lanes, and DART just announced
there at England Road. Notice all of the red right there as well. And then those eastbound lanes of I-635 at Jupiter Road still moving slowly, so avoid this area if you can as well. Now, unfortunately,
that grid failure for nearly a year now. What's ERCOT saying about this storm?
Well, Chris, right now, ERCOT says it is ready. Power plant operators say they are ready as well. Bottom line, we're hearing a lot of confidence from both of them that the grid will be okay. Now
well, I do have sleet, freezing rain, and snow. It's all in the forecast. I'll have the timing, I'll have the totals, and a weekend forecast that we'll all look forward to.
Welcome back. The biggest concern over the next couple of days is the weight of ice on trees. Ice can increase the weight of branches by 15 times and cause power outages. Encore crews are ready to work 16-hour shifts if they have to.
Well, Pete, I walked my kids to school this morning, and by lunchtime, I had a full coat and hat on.
Yeah, Cynthia had her husband walk the kids to school. She didn't have a full coat and hat on.
I dropped them off this morning. Thank you very much.
Once a month's a good thing.
Once a month.
I mentioned earlier at the beginning of
the grid fail. I know you spoke with ERCOT officials today. Are they expecting any reductions at all in gas supply?
Well, actually, I reached out to them yesterday, and they finally got back to me today, and they sent me a statement. And obviously, there is some concern based on what they sent us. They say.
A lot of you have been sending us pictures from grocery stores, and, well, it's pretty clear shoppers are buying up the essentials and cleaning out the shelves. Damon Fernandez is live in Duncanville to show us a bit of what's in short supply.
Welcome to our new WFAA studio. We have a lot of news to get to.
Yeah, by this time tomorrow night, we'll be dealing with a major blast of Arctic air, and with the clock ticking,
are working all angles of this story.
Yeah, including the bitter cold. By Thursday night, it could feel like it's in the teens in some parts of North Texas.
That's why a big part of Texas is under a storm watch right now.
Yeah, Pete, when you look at this coming together, what's the timeline on all this?
This time tomorrow night, and it's a winter storm warning. Wow. So all of North Texas right now is under a winter storm.
I tell you what, I think everyone is heeding those warnings, right? You may have people that are coming through the North Texas area who are going somewhere else, but there is nobody out right now, most affected right now. Thank you for being with us, though. I'm Kara Sewell.
And I'm Mark Ustook, and we know many of you may be waking up this morning thinking about power. We, of course, went through the winter storm back to last February, that winter storm. A big difference, though, is it's not the entire state that is dealing with this.
Not the entire state. This won't be lasting as long. Temperatures aren't as cold, but it is cold out there, and we do have the precip that we're going to have to deal with, as you mentioned. A lot of sleet overnight, starting to see a little more snow mixed in.
But not widespread.
And we've gotten more sleet than that freezing rain, and that's what really causes the problems with the tree limbs and the power lines and things, too.
Yeah, we're keeping you covered on digital via our WFAA app. Download that if you haven't already. Also on air here.